I'll show you how it's done. There's no sight we go inside. The man is the one. You build your own faith in God.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the testing of the 2006 Bobos Grand Prix for Offline Championship. Trying it for the second time, but this time it's gonna work, I promise. We made a test run yesterday with my friend and it worked. It should work today as well. I've tested it once already, so it should be working. Hello, welcome everybody onto the stream. Hello. I hope we're gonna have a good time here. Yeah, I'll just let's stop the music and let's start, I would say, to this beautiful pre-season testing in Barcelona. It's gonna be 1 hour long. 1 hour long testing around Barcelona. That's how you say it correctly. At least that's what I got told how you say it correctly. Barcelona. I don't know if there's somebody Spanish in the chat. Of course, feel free to correct me if I said it correctly or incorrectly. Just make the last. Okay, just the last few settings. I'm gonna run a test just in case something's not working. Alrighty, it should be all working. Perfect. So, let's switch the scene and let's hope it's gonna work as it should work. So, welcome. This is the game. I'll wait until it's gonna load on the stream as well, just in case. Yesterday when we tested it, it worked as normal as it should. So we'll see. And yeah, it is working. It's not the best of the quality, of course, but it's better than nothing, to be honest. I see it basically as just as you see it, since in this mod I didn't find a way to make it stressed, yeah. But I will work on it so it's a normal resolution. For the testing, it's gonna be like that. And don't forget to invite your friends as well to the league, of course, since we have only, if I'm correct, 3 or 4 spots left in the league to be taken. Of course, we had some last day people joining in. So one more time, welcome to the testing. Please ignore it says P1. It's meant to be seat testing wanted to work before, but it didn't. It doesn't work now. So yeah, I'm sorry for the little mistake. Everybody of the signed drivers, that signed into the league today, should be in, and we have first cars leaving out of the pit lane. And the first car is looking to be a Honda, or is it a Super Aguri? It looks like a Super Aguri. And it is a Super Aguri. Sato, of course, nobody is in the Super Aguri team right now, but it's Pasaric with the Scuderia Toro Rosso Cosworth car. Behind comes Lon with the Renault, Arnold with the Renault, DeLang with the Toyota, Horn with our Red Bull Racing Ferrari car, Mikkelsons with the Ferrari, Josef Frederick Schutter with the Red Bull Racing Ferrari, Gonzalez with Honda, and just keep coming out from the track to the track. I mean, Sato, we're gonna skip Sato if that's fine with you people. We're gonna look at Basilic, and the first onboard lap from the normal drivers that are on the that are signed in and are of course in the F1 Championship. So yeah, welcome everybody again. I hope the stream is working good. You can tell me if everything is working good. Feel free to tell me, of course, if everything is working fine. If a microphone is good, if you can see the game well, and yeah, just if everything is working as it should be working. So yeah, please. We go on board with Pasalic with the Scuderia Toro Rosso Cosworth car for the first lap of the testing. Of course, Sato is never nothing, but we're gonna ignore him. Welcome all the people that are watching now. So let's see. By the way, little information. We are not going to be streaming the races on this YouTube channel. There's one more created already that we are going to stream the races and the qualification and practice and everything on. Just we have to wait 24 hours, so it will get activated so we can stream on it. So yeah, we're gonna stream the testing on this YouTube channel, and then we're gonna move to the actual league YouTube channel where we are going to have the league running. So they're coming up to the car ahead, Sato and the Super Aguri. Let's see, what lap is it gonna be? And the first lap is a 25.2, but the order job is the second. Lon takes the first place. Arnold comes the next car through 23.9. DeLang, the Toyota, not fast enough. Third fastest. Horn coming in third fastest as well. Mikkelsons with the Ferrari. Let's see what the Ferrari can do. It's a 22.6. What the lap? 1.2. Of course, it's just testing, but laps. Gonzalez next coming second. Suter coming 8th. Shooter, when I say Suter, I say my name in English. What the fuck? Nemchik, the next car with the BMW Sauber, goes 7th fastest. Borkovic with McLaren Mercedes. 3rd fastest. Waldinger with Toro Rosso. 11th fastest. Diego with the Williams. Going 4th fastest. Berto with the Honda. 8th fastest. Petrovic holding up behind him. Andersen with 12th. Silvestre Gal 6th. Alvarez, of course, and not a actual driver. In league. Fox coming through 15th with the Spiker. Jakobsen 11th. Johansson 19th. And we have drivers finishing their laps again. Big fight. There's a fight going on. The fight actually building even bigger. Sounds I want to draw back. Gita in front of them. Let's go Ferrari. Hello Arturs. So there's been some improvement. The Lang improves a little bit. Horn is not improving. Couldn't. Oh, Mikkelson's another improvement. Good lap. Gonzalez coming, he's improving also, and he comes second fastest. Shooter coming next, improving as well, half a second, 14 fastest only for the Red Bull, but of course, as I said, it's just testing, so I will see. Namchuk improving 0.2 on his lap, becomes 9 fastest. Borkovic improving as well, going third fastest. Waldinger fighting against with Diego. Both, not just Waldinger improving. Alberto going fifth fastest with the Honda. What a lap! Anderson coming second, so it looks like it's a Ferrari 1-2. Petrovic going 19 fastest. And there you can see the top 8 as we stand at the moment. Mikkelson's lead with 0.297 gap to Anderson of his Ferrari colleague behind them. Gonzalez, Borkovic, Diego, Naliberta, Arnold, and Gal. From 9th to 16th is Lon, Hon, Namchik, Delang, Jakobsen, Pasalik, Schutter, Waldinger, Fox, Alberts, Petrovic, Ide, Johansson, and Sato. Petrovic 19th fastest only with the McLaren. That's of course a good thing to see from the Ferrari driver. I mean Ferrari driver, the McLaren driver. Might only be testing something, we don't know. Not improving it, not even on his own sector. I'd say it's not improving anything. No, he isn't, indeed. I see Johansson going through, not improving. Ide. There's still a fight between those two. The Lang, Mikkelson's just behind the Toyota driver. The young Latvian leading right now, the testing, with 52 minutes remaining on the clock. Not gonna improve, it looks like. Not the Lang's not gonna improve as well. Yeah. Horn overtaking Sato. Or is he? See more drivers going to turn 1. Good overtaking, I have to say. Many drivers coming to the pit lane. Diego finishing his lap P6 at the moment with the Williams, improving on his second sector. And he doesn't improve in the end. Anderson coming, not improving as well. Gal. The next car coming, not improving as well. Petrovic, not improving in his last sector. Again, he's 19th with the McLaren. That's a bit unusual. He improves a little bit in the last sector, but that's a bit unusual, even on testing, to see such a top car being down. Johansson, 21st at the moment with the Toyota car. And no, not improved. Arnold finally get through. Car behind, let's see. What's the lap gonna be? Improves a little bit, 7 fastest. The Lang, not improving in the end in the last sector. Sylvester Gal on an improving lap with the BMW Sauber car. And there's no improvement in the last section in the end. That's a bit weird. Petrovic again on the lap, not improving just again. in the second sector, not finding anything in the third. Let's see what the auto director is gonna show us. Sylvester Gal. Cool, pretty cool camera, not gonna lie. Not much action happening, of course, on the track. Since it's only pre-season testing, we not expecting any big fights on the track or anything. Maybe we'll see some overtakes. We'll see some racing, like side-by-side racing and stuff like that on the track. But we'll probably have to wait for it. We might see a car crashing as well. We'll see. Petrovic comes in the pit lane after struggling on the track. Sylvester Gal with an interesting camera, or at least the wheel looks a bit interesting in the cockpit. Improving a little bit in his first sector. Not improving in the second one. Not improving in the end, Sylvester. Was definitely an enjoyable lap to watch. I see the Honda number 11 driver, Alberto Alberta. Mikkelson's behind, overtaking a Renault, but of course he would love to, but he's not letting him through, and they're both having a good fight. That's a good fight to watch. It's Arnold in front of him, who's of course going to start a lap. Now let's see. How's this fight gonna end? Side by side, one more car coming on from the pit lane, so it's 4 cars. And it's Mikkelson's going through then, in the end. Let's see if he can do a better lap than his own one. No, not improving in the second sector, and he's being held up by Fox in front of him with his Spiker MF1 Toyota car. Call it Spike, call it Midland, call it however you want in this league. Petrovic starting another lap. Let's see if we're gonna see any improvement from him. Jump on board with Norberto Albert again. It's a very interesting camera. I like this camera, to be honest. He's improving on his lap time. Let's see how good his lap time is gonna be. And he improves a bit. 6th fastest with the Honda car. Arnold couldn't improve. And let's look at the top 10, top 8 first again. So it's Mikkelsons who leads with a 22.538. Anderson is teammate with the Ferrari behind them. Gonzalez, Lone, Borkovic, Naliberta, Diego and Arnold heading the top 8. From 9th to 16th we have Gal, Horn, Namchik, Jakobsen, DeLange, Schutter, Pasalik, Ide. And then from 17th to 22nd, Valdiger, Fox, Alberts, Sato, Petrovic and Johansson. Petrovic still very slow compared to the fact that it's a McLaren that's running under him, or it's a McLaren he's driving, of course. On the other hand, the Hondas are doing pretty well, I have to say, especially in Alberta. There's some fight going on. Start finish rate looks like it's Schutter and Borkovic. He jumped out the lawn. Okay, he corrected himself. That was a bit of a mistake we see. The first actual, like a bigger mistake we see on the testing day. Like an own mistake from a driver. Interesting camera though, I have to say again. There are some good cameras in this season. Alberta having a fight with the BMW driver. And there's Gal. Now, Sylvester Gal is having the fight and he's letting him through. Looks like it's Big Kelsons who comes behind. The BMW Sauber car. This is how Mikkelsons is chasing Gal down in the BMW. And he's going to the pit lane, so no more fights between those two. Nagy motor. Well, Albert. Oh, look at that dive bomb from Horn. Good dive. And there's opportunity for the car behind this bike to be overtaken as well. At the moment, pretty much nobody's finding any improvement on the track. It's Pasalik and Alberta having a little fight. The scowl behind Alberta. And there's the overtake done. Alberta goes in front of Pasalik. It's 40 minutes to go. Let's check again the standings. So still unchanged. The top 4. As I guess, yeah, I think it's unchanged in the top 8. Still Mikkelsons, Anderson, Gonzalez, Lone, Borkovic, Maliberta, Diego, and Arnold. Dahl, Horn, Nemchik, Jakobsen, Delang, Schutte, Pasalic, Ide, Waldinger, Fox, Alberts, Sato, Petrovic, Johansson. Petrovic, still the slowest car from the teams that we. From the top teams, McLaren, they're pretty down. I wonder will BMW use the Giga M8 to improve their pace? We'll see, won't we? I mean, at the moment, as I know, Gal is 9th, Temchik is 11th, so not doing that bad. I mean, not far away. If this will be a qualification, they're not far away from top 8, which is of course points in the race. It's Johansson and his third teammate behind. There's a good old train. It's the Lang behind. There's like a Ferrari at the back of the train that we are witnessing right now. Look, there's a big fighting in turn 1. Andersen overtaking Namchik in the first corner. Andersen not far improving from the fastest first sector. It's probably gonna get held up. Guys, could you help me out please? Which season was the last season that F1 cars have used traction control? Which was the last year? I'm not sure what year it is. For some reason I think it's 2008, but I might be wrong, I might be correct, but I think it's 2008. So if you could help me out, because right now they can use traction control as you might can see. So yeah, which year was the last year that Formula 1 cars were allowed to use traction control? That would be nice to know. Anyway, I will go to Neuberta, who is an improving lap, 2007. So 2007 was the last time they were allowed. So from the 2008 season, they were not allowed to use traction control. Okay, thank you. Borkovic, 6th fastest, little improvement, not much, but there is improvement. Any other guy improving? It's Petrovic, he's an improving second sector. Finally we see a McLaren improving. Petrovic improving, I mean, not a McLaren. Petrovic, because he's way at the back. And he's not. For fuck's sake. I was hoping he's gonna improve, but nah. Johansson wasn't an improving lap. Looks like it's butchered now. Jump on the front wing of Alberts. Guys, feel free to leave a comment what you think about the mod, the live, and everything. If everything's working fine or not. So yeah, feel free to leave it in the chat. And of course, feel free to ask me anything you want, or just feel free to talk in the chat so we have some communication going on. More information about the season is going to be revealed before the season opener in Bahrain. It's basically what's going to be is the length of the practice session, the length of the qualifying session, the qualifying format, and the race percentage. Of course, that's all you going to find out either before the season start or throughout the second testing. Second testing that will be running in Bahrain, of course, before the season opener. You see a bunch of cars getting together in the last sector. 2 Hondas, Williams. Yes, they're going back to Norbert Albert. His onboard view. And they'll do together really well. Two Hungarians meet, Norbert Albert and Sylvester Gal. And Gonzalez is the next one coming through Sylvester Gal, and he comes through without any issues. Gide behind Borkovic. Not bad first sector for him. Jacobsen with Williams going to the pit at the end of the lap. Petrovic improved his last lap, 21st now, but still, I wouldn't say he's fast at all. Lone finding an improvement as well. Arnold as well, not finding any improvement whatsoever. Any car on an improving lap? Looks like not. He didn't far away from his second. So is Borkovic. Pasarik, Jacobsen, and Petrovic is improving in his first sector. Not finding improvement in the second sector. That's not good to see from the McLaren driver. That's for sure. Not improving. That's not good to see from him, definitely. I know it's on the testing, but still. Half an hour to go till the testing first day. We see the top 8 again. Not many changes, I'd say. Things going on. Drivers doing laps and laps and laps. CG David is Super Agori Honda. Gonzalez overtaking his teammate. Nice move, but he's going to the pit end of the lap. It looks like he's just testing his teammate. You see a very good brick wall in front of us, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy the view of the brick wall. That's nice. So Anderson starting a lap in the Ferrari. Not far away from him. Good first sector. Not far away from Mikkelson's. Oh wow, that's a competitive second sector. Like his fastest second sector at this moment is competitive as well. Don't get me wrong, but this is looking very close to being an improvement, at least of his fastest lap time. Maybe he can find something and overtake even Mikkelsen, his teammate, for first place. Let's see. Coming through. And he improved 0.050, separating the two Ferraris now only. That was a very good lap from Anderson. Not far away from his teammate now, Mikkelson's coming through. Of course, he's not improving now, he's getting held up. But let's see if maybe this lap is starting now is going to be good enough to pull away a little bit more from his teammate. That was a good lap, I have to say. It was good. So right in the moment, the Ferrari is just absolutely, they're demolishing the field, if we can say, because they of course want to. Not a bad first sector from Mikkelson's, the young Latvian driver, driving for Ferrari. Yellow flag on the check meanwhile. Let's check what happened. Oh, and there's Fox. He stopped on the track. Is there any issue? Transmission problem for the Spiker driver. He's pulling away. So he's got the transmission problem and immediately he's just pulling the car away. So yellow flags immediately, of course. And he is now stopped, so that's a bit unlucky for him. Not the best way to start the testing, of course. The first mechanical issue we have goes to the Spike team, and for Fox, his car is being pulled away from the track, and there we are back to green flag conditions just in a second. Yes, now we should be having green flag, and yes, we have back to green flag we go. So we have our first mechanical issue in the season, in the pre-season testing, but we have it. So they definitely need to have a look at the car, what's going on with the car. An improvement coming from Johansson, finally. At least some improvement. Let's see if we have some other drivers improving. Anderson, not far away from his second sector. Of course, Anderson is actually, he took over. Anderson is leading now the pre-season testing here in Barcelona. He's first with a 22.472. Let's see if he finds any improvement now. In the last sector, it looks like not far away though. Mikkelson's behind. He's coming to the pit lane. So there will be no bueno for him. Arnold finishing his lap. The German driver, if I'm correct. I hope I am. Not improving. Wow, look at that train there. Alex Sloan, the Vietnamese driver. Coming back to the pit lane. So for the shooter, the Slovakian, only Slovakian driver at the moment of the grid. As well as there's only one Vietnamese driver on the grid. Starting a new lap. There's Gall and Waldinger fighting. Behind them is Johansson and Borkovic. And UGD, Jakobsen, Fox back on the track. Of course, in this game, if your car breaks down, you're able to go back, but we will have those issues sorted out for the race and for the season. Pasalik, Andersen finishing another lap time. 22 minutes to go now. Not bad. Who's that coming out of the pit lane? It looks... How does it look? Petrovic, last place, 4.6 of the pace. Not good for the McLaren Mercedes driver. Much better behind him. He improved on his last time. Let's see if he finds improvement in the first sector. He doesn't. Interesting camera from Sylvester Gall's BMW. A button horn looks like, yes. 20 minutes to go till the end of the testing here in Spain. Let's see how the drivers are doing. Drivers are looking right now. So Andersen leads with a 22.472. Mikkelson's behind 0.066 away. So Ferrari 1-2. Then it's Gonzalez, Lon, Borkovic, Diego, Arnold, Gal, Horn, Nemchik, Jakobsen, Delang, Schutter, Pasalic, Alberts, Ide, Sato, Waldinger, Fox, Johansen, Petrovic. Petrovic still far away from an ideal lap, but it's just testing, so let's see how the McLaren do. I don't know if the issue is in the car or the driver, or if they're just testing something new, but I don't think it's really the driver, the car that's the issue, since we can see Borkovic being in the top 8 easily. And they don't have to really fight for it, so yeah, looking weird at the moment. So there's a little mini map. That's gonna be useful actually. The two Russell teammates, Waldinger and Pasalic, side by side. Oh wow, let's hop on board. Let's stay on board with Liberta with the Honda. Very interesting first sector, very fast first sector. Well, let's see. Could this be a fast slap coming up? Look at that. I mean, he's improving on his own sector at least, but not too bad. I mean, he lost a lot in the second sector. It's coming up with Toro Rosso, so he might lose even more. And he's going to the pit lane in front of him. Let's see if he finds any improvement, and no, he doesn't find any improvement in the end. Silvestre coming to the pit in the end of the lap. Jakobsen going to the pit lane as well. Petrovic still second to last with the McLaren on the first preseason test. Not doing good. Let's not be delusional, of course. It's not doing any good. Definitely not any good for a McLaren. But it's testing, so we can say they're only testing, right? We'll see how they will go into Bahrain, because we know Bahrain is of course a preseason testing, second preseason testing, and then we have the race in Bahrain just a few days later. But you will see the calendar coming up in a few days' time. Just the weird thing that just in the first sector alone, he's nearly losing 1 second to the fastest lap, and that's pretty weird for me to be looking at the McLaren losing that much time in sector number 1. Sector number 2 is just 2.8, you know, so that's, I don't know. That's definitely weird, right? To see a McLaren struggle as he is struggling in testing. I repeat again, it's only testing, but even though it's testing, it's definitely not good to see a McLaren be second to last, because it might, the competition might be a bit worse for this season. But we'll see, because we see Alberto in the Honda doing absolute crazy laps and doing absolutely crazy pace on here in the testing. So yeah. So we'll see for sure. Not many cars out on the track. But at least we can see he's done 26 laps in a 1 hour testing, so let's be realistic, at least they are putting in laps to see what's going on. But still, they are just slow, and that's a fact right now, that they are just slow. Johansson behind. The both slowest cars on the track at the moment, and it's only 3 cars on the track. 19th Faldinger, 21st Petrovic, and 22nd Johansson. So yeah, but Petrovic did the most laps in this testing. That's Faldinger behind him, a little bit less. And yeah, 10 minutes to go. And let's see again, let's look again at how our drivers doing. So it's Anderson who leads, Mikkelsons, Gonzalez, Lone, Borkovic, Nagyvärta, Diego, Arnold, Gal, Horn, Nemchik, Jakobsen, Delang, Schutter, Pasarik, Alberts, Ide, Sato, Waldinger, Fox, Petrovic, and Johansen, who are at least close to each other, with Fox as well, with Waldinger as well. But that's, of course, not a thing that we want to see from a McLaren or from a Toyota, because Toyota should be a more mid-pack team in this season. But we'll see. We'll see. That's as I said, only testing. So we'll have to see, and we'll have to wait, and we have to see what's going to happen. 5 seconds slower than Anderson, 1.1 slower than his own lap is Waldinger at the moment. Coming to the pit lane is Petrovic, Mente. We jump out to Johansson. So at the moment, 2 cars in the pit lane, Waldinger and Johansson. That's a camera I wanted to have a look at. So I see Johansson is going to the pit lane. I see Waldinger is going to be pitting at the end of this lap as well, which is no more cars on the pit lane. On the pit lane? On the track. And with 6 minutes to go, Waldinger is the last driver to be on the track. He's done 29 laps, which is pretty interesting to see. He's done the most laps in this preseason testing here in Spain, and it will stay 29 at least if somebody else, if he's not gonna come out again. But not just don't know the drivers out on the track. The track was pretty busy throughout the testing, but now it's just it's calm. And that's it. You can call it a day, guys. So that'll be the preseason testing. No more cars will be leaving the pit lane. So let's see one more time. Anderson is the winner of the first preseason testing in the history of the league. Here in Spain with a 122.47 to his teammate Mikkelson's just behind 0.066. Ferrari 1-2 in the first testing. There is Gonzalez in third, Lone in fourth, Borkovic with the McLaren fifth, which is good at least for one of the McLarens. Naliberto with a good result with the Honda sixth, Diego seventh, Arnold eighth. Moving down to the field, Gal Sylvester in ninth, Horn in 10th, Nemchik in 11th, Jakobsen 12th, DeLang 13th, Shooter 14th, Pasalic 15th, Alberts 16th, Ide 17th, Sato 18th, Waldinger 19th, Fox 20th, Petrovic 21st, and Johansson 22nd. So that will be the practice, I'm pretty sure, done. Practice, the preseason testing done for today, since we won't see any cars leaving from now on to the track. But it's Waldinger who's done the most laps, 30 laps in this 1 hour long session. So he currently holds a record for the most laps in preseason testing, at least. Better than nothing. And yeah. I guess that's it. So yeah. Thanks boys for being around. The first ever preseason testing is done and dusted. We see some battles. We've seen one mechanical failure, of course, happening. Transmission problem for Fox in the Spiker Midland Toyota car, call it however you want. And we've seen a few battles, but that was pretty much it. So yeah, thanks guys for being around today to see the first ever preseason testing in the Bobos Esports Grand Prix 4 Offline Championship, and I'll see you in Bahrain for the second preseason testing. That's gonna be happening at 1st of April, which is of course gonna be tomorrow, at 20 p.m. Central European Summertime. And at that time you should probably already know all the important information about the season, at least at the season opener. So thanks for your time boys, and yeah, boys and girls, and see you guys tomorrow.
Embrace your destiny, slay your enemy, raise a legacy. No more apologies, trust your abilities, gather the energies. Pull yourself back together, and staying off track forever. Child of the nation, will seek redemption, time for salvation. Today is meant to be day of victory, time for history. Rebirth's a tendency, fight the entropy, channel your rivalry. You're praying for fortune to come, you're hearing the sound of the drums. It's too late to backtrack, go back, you're back now. Keep your feet on the ground and stand up. You've got what it takes to fight back. Don't stop until you black out, 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 out. Stand up, up, you've got what it takes to fight back, back. Don't stop until you black out, out. Give all you got, show them how to make a miracle. Stand up, up, you've got what it takes to fight back, back. Don't stop until you black out, out. Give all you got, show them how to make a miracle. the cup, be a star. They waiting for you, take aim, shoot your arrow. It's your time to shine, show them who you are. Stronger, gotta go faster, gotta get better, gotta work harder. It's fight or flight now, get up now. Go with the move, go for the goal, lead up the stadium, you know how it's done. Stand up, go and it takes to fight back, don't stop until you back out. Give all you got, show them how to make a miracle. Stand up, go and it takes to fight back, don't stop until you back out. Give all you got, show them how to make a miracle. Stand up, you've got what it takes to fight back. Don't stop until you black out. Stand up, you've got what it takes to fight back. Don't stop until you black out.